Here's one of my pet peeves. You give a point to the team that loses in overtime. What kind of insanity is there? Why would you not have the team that wins either gets 3 points and the team that loses gets 1 point? If you're the Toronto Maple Leafs, you've tied the game at the end of regulation play, at the end of overtime. And that team's outplayed you. And they actually had a chance to win it in the final minute because they had a power play, which I thought was absolutely terrible, that power play. But they've got a point. They've stolen a point. They're more than happy to leave Detroit with the point. If they get the win, that's a bonus. I have no idea why the National Hockey League has the current system where the team that ties, even if they lose, they get 1 point. There's only 2 points. You're basically you're getting 50% of the available points. Now, I think in other leagues, I may be wrong about this. Anthony Totera, if you're listening, I believe in soccer it's like 3 points and 1 point.
Yeah, it's 3 points for a regulation win.
Yeah.
Then 1 if you lose in extra time, right? So I mean, that would be the other issue for if the NHL wants to change, what they would have to do is they'd say, okay, 3 points are available for every game. You win in regulation, one team gets 3, the other one gets 0. If it goes to overtime, the winning team in the overtime or shootout gets 2, and the other team gets 1. That way, 3 points are allocated for every game. So that would be the other option.
Which to me is the logical sense, because what you're doing is basically rewarding, okay, mediocrity, futility, and maybe that's a bit too harsh, but you're rewarding the fact that they didn't lose, they didn't win, and they're on the road. And any team that goes on the road would automatically want to have at least 1 point. If they're the better team and they're playing a weaker team, they would feel bad that they didn't get the 2 points because they think they're better. But again, in this situation, the Leafs have already won. They got 1 point. They're playing with house money at this point in time.
And it worked out because they got the bonus point, too,
yeah,
right?
So that's to me, it just does not make sense, this system. Now, they're talking about in the American Hockey League, after they go with the 4-on-4, then they go to the 3-on-3.
Yeah, and Ken Holland wants that as well in the NHL. He's been very adamant about that he feels that's the way it should go. And they even made a comment about that in the broadcast last night. Mike Johnson was saying that, okay, once we played a minute, let's go. Let's get the 3-on-3. And for a team like Detroit, that has as much speed as they do, I mean, 3-on-3 would really benefit a team like that.
But even if you have 3-on-3 again, it still goes to the point. You're still going to give the losing team a point. So I don't really care whether you want to have 3-on-3, whatever kind of system or formation you want to have to decide the game versus having it as in a shootout. You have to change the whole system about how many points are allocated. I've said that. I've beaten that horse to death.